Talking about how to move on with grace today, because no matter whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, a boss, a friend, sometime a relative, you have to say goodbye, separate relationship, and move on. So Diane Gottsman is here. Of course, she's an etiquette expert. And really, I guess the bottom line here is we all need to take the high road, but that can be so difficult when it comes to breaking up.
It's hard, but you have to remember, people always remember how it begins and how it ends. That will always be in their memory. So
there's a lot of pressure there. So you've got to remember that as you're going through what can be a very painful time, regardless if you're saying goodbye to a toxic friend, to a spouse, to a boyfriend, girlfriend, or even a boss. But
you can use all of these tips. You know, you have to amend them a little bit, edit, but and that's one of our tips, by the way, is editing.
Edit. Okay.
So we'll get to that.
And your first tip is really you got to do it face to face.
You know, I'm going to use the word cowardly, because it is cowardly to text someone a breakup or email someone a breakup. And that includes unfriending them on Facebook, and that includes changing your status without letting them know first. You know, the best way and the most respectful way to break up with someone or to end a relationship is to look them in the eye and tell them why. You
know, I heard someone describe social media or what is happening on social media these days a lot of times is like the road rage of now the way we communicate. You know, you're more of a bully when you're not face to face.
It's just so easy. It's so easy to do it that way, but it's really not. It's not fair and it's not right. It's not kind.
Another way to move on with grace is to avoid pointing the finger or blaming someone.
By the time you get to that point where someone is saying, you know what, this is just not working out, they've thought about it, unless they've done it a million times out of anger, and then you don't want them anyway. But you just, rather than saying, well, you did, and then they say, well, if you would have, you know, just accept it, that's it, you know, and move on.
Okay.
Easier said than done.
Most definitely.
I know. You know, there's many more parts to that component.
And you also recommend that everyone takes the high road.
Instead of name calling, instead of telling your friends all of the secrets that you share about his or her family, you know, all of the dirty little laundry that we share when we trust someone, you need to take the high road and just respect the relationship, respect it for what it was, and keep your image intact, because you look like you're spoiled grapes when you're the one talking negatively.
But sometimes people think, well, I'm venting, that's making me feel better, I've got to get it out, and then I can move on.
And there's a difference. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's one of our bullets today. You know, I say blah, blah, blah. You know, make sure that you can vent to trusted friends, except even the people that you love get tired. If they see you coming and all you want to talk about is this broken relationship, you know, to move on, you have to take steps, because you are not a victim. You know, we are all responsible for our future. So if we just think about the past, we're not moving forward. So we have to be productive and healthy and make good choices and plan our future out.
And back to social media and the big recommendation, delete, which includes more than social media.
Oh, yes. I say purge and delete. You know, edit, purge, and delete. So if you are friends with someone, don't be stalking them on Facebook. Don't even look at it. It doesn't matter what he or she is doing. So remove their phone number from your cell phone. You might be calling Dana and you accidentally called Dan, who was the boyfriend, or you know, so just eliminate any kind of opportunity that would cause you to hurt.
And quickly, let's talk about give yourself time to heal.
Don't jump into another relationship. Don't cut off all your hair. Don't get a tattoo. You know, give yourself time and then move on. You have to forgive that other person, because unforgiveness shows on you.
Great advice. Thank you so much for being here today. And of course, we've been talking with Diane Gottsman. You can find her at the Protocol School of Texas to get a list of the services that she provides. You can check out our website there. Got a couple of options. Also, there's a number 826-74.